I'm Daddy's little princess. Look at my pretty dress. I'm Daddy's little princess. I get what I want.
I was the only one in the class that said, "Why are you asking if girls are better than boys or if boys are better than girls?" Hello, I'm Lydia Saskia, and today I'm going to be talking about gender roles. It's not just my opinion, it's everyone's opinion. Everyone has a voice when it comes to gender roles. So I wanted to hear what everybody else had to say.
I have two sons, and the toys that they get are great. There are captains and fire engines and undersea divers.
A lot of girls' toys were to do with cooking, hairdressing, babies. Oh my god, there were so many babies, and it was basically feeding you into this responsible mother that you're supposed to be.
I mean, there are no toys out there for boys about them being a dad.
I did want an easy bake oven very, very bad, and I was told specifically by my mother and my grandmother that was a girl's toy.
Instead of an easy bake oven, boys could play with the creepy crawler to create insect type creatures.
I think that's where the whole gender roles thing starts. You know, a girl can be an astronaut and a boy can be a princess. I was about 9 or 10 years old. There was this girl, she was like 17 years old. She had a vest, she had a tie on, and she had these baggy trousers, and she was called Avril Lavigne. It was such a turning point to me, and I was like, this girl is not wearing a skirt. She's so fucking cool. She was an inspiration to a lot of girls who didn't want to wear skirts, and looking back on it now, you're kind of a bit like, oh god, but at the time, she was so cool. Every now and then, there is a certain person that is definitely a turning point to someone.
David Bowie is a good example of the androgynous look.
Hermione from Harry Potter. She was such a kick-ass lady, just such an important female character in terms of the fact that women can be smart or equally as smart as their male counterparts.
Prince, because Prince would wear whatever he wanted. He would look super feminine and rip it.
Gender roles is not just pink and blue. It's not just about toys. It's not about the products we buy that define us. I feel like we have to talk about the more serious side.
Another example is a little bit harder to talk about.
Something a little heavier.
I watched the documentary Ordering Daisy, and it's about rape culture and how the police and society deal with it horribly. And how people like to blame the victim. What were you wearing? Oh, were you drinking? Oh, that's your fault if you were drinking. A lot of the blame is on the girl rather than the boy. And it goes both ways. If a man is being hit, it's not taken seriously because he's a man and they're supposedly stronger and they're supposed to man up.
I was with a woman who was very abusive. I even thought many times about calling the police on her. But then I would think, what would the police say? Would they just laugh at me? Would they say, oh, you're letting a girl beat on you? All right, yeah, sure, we'll take her away.
I was violently raped at a party, and I didn't ever go to the police afterwards because this thought in my head told me maybe you said or did something that warranted him violently raping you and locking you in his room.
When I was a kid, probably about 8 years old, I was molested by another male. I remember that this stuff doesn't happen to boys, this stuff happens to girls. So therefore, keep your mouth shut and go about your life. And I even know boys who are now in their 20s and 30s who were assaulted when they were children, but they refused to say something. And I think that all stems from the stigma that men cannot come forward and say that they are victims of sexual abuse or sexual assault, that they're supposed to just be able to take it, whereas a human is a human, and if they're being dominated, they're being dominated.
This is something we need to talk about, because if we just stay silent, then this shit is either gonna keep happening or it's just gonna get worse.